On the fourth day, we started looking at the principles behind the guidelines, which are really about recognizing the humanity of reclaimers. And we started looking at the document itself and how it actually needs to be implemented. And in doing so, what we did was to basically take the document and go through it step by step. You know, that for example, that the first step in its implementation is to basically call together a group of partners, of stakeholders who are going to discuss how to move forward in terms of ensuring that we increase the rate of recycling in a city, in a township, in a ward, in a small area. The second issue that we started looking at is how the next step is to make sure that we understand what the existing system is. And usually the informal sector has different ways of ensuring, which is extremely efficient, different ways of ensuring that they pick up materials. So the next step is to basically look at efficiencies and how we enhance that. We then also looked at how we're going to institutionalize whatever has been agreed to, and lastly, how it's going to be evaluated and its implementation and revision. So it's basically taking the guidelines and looking at the practical implementation and ensuring that people are aware of the different steps that they need to take in its implementation. Reclaimers were sharing stories, about how they came to be. None of us, started this life, thinking that we would be doing the kind of work that we're doing. And everyone had dreams as we grew up with children, to be something else. And yet in life we find ourselves, where we are, between the shattered dreams of childhood and the reality and the harshness of life. People have been forced, into doing this kind of work. And in this workshop, we have former banking workers, we have people that have been artisans, that have been machine operators. We have a couple of people that have been shepherds, that grew up being shepherds, looking after cattle and goats, but yet all of them, face similar things, in how society perceives them, perhaps even as human waste because of the kinds of things that they do. And yet in this workshop, people have found each other, they found people that understand them, they found bonds of solidarity, and they could actually share stories, about their families and how they found the strength and the courage to actually continue in this work. So in this workshop, people have finally formed, bonds of kinship and solidarity, and this is the only way, that they can recover their humanity and have the courage to go back, to face ridicule from people who don't exactly understand the significance and the importance of the work that we do.